I'm the Children's Centre Fairy, here to welcome one and all. We hope you all enjoy yourself and have a real ball. There's lots of fun and stupid jokes, the chance to laugh at silly folk. So gather round, but pay attention, for who's to know, you may be mentioned. People thought she was one and all the same, but it was skill mix, not poll tax for Margaret.
When shall we three meet anon?
When this present trust board's gone.
When the budgeting is done.
When the contract's lost or won.
Negotiations have begun.
Where are the plates?
At Trust HQ.
There to meet McNick.
Rice the nurses have appealed.
Carruthers cries, review.
Round and round the cauldron go. Some tasty morsels in we'll throw. Tongue of Hopkins. Owen's ear.
They were the lucky ones.
Spleen of Ashfield have I here. Shin of Cain. And Rightham's dough. Into the seething broth shall go. Entrails of a poor lady. Left too long in A and E. Lung of down. Limb of Blake. Filling beds was his mistake. Add some spice and leave to brew. Patients know this as Irish stew. Hubble, bubble, toil and trouble makes Chapman smoke and Stewart bubble.
Blood of a surgical SHO who operated much too slow. Key kidneys of a Mr. Hall who couldn't take the hours on call. Bleeding hearts of therapists with thousands on their waiting list.
Oh.
Nurse's bladder, squeeze head, the then add vomit, bile and pus. Stir it round and make a punch. Nick Chapman's getting this for lunch.
Hubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Get surgeons working at a double.
A dietitian dared to overspend and met a very sticky end. They drowned her in Ensure Plus to ensure no one else did thus. And into the cauldron drops a sliver of her most delicious liver. And for extra meat, in goes Richard Purvis's Scottish nose. Add some fat and stir the lot and serve it up as lamb hot pot.
'Tis time, sisters, to read the signs.
A computer, I see now. Made with IBM know-how. Meant for keeping patient data. 'Tis a pity only later they realize it's a waste of many millions spent in haste. Upper region, new broom sweep clean. I'm trying to scrap the daft machine, knowing that by far you're safer when you put your pen to paper.
What seest thou, sister?
I see a surgeon, all forlorn. Rise at 4:15 each morn. By 5 a.m. he's on his way to do 2,000 ops per day. Ah, look now, how his face drops. Nick Chapman's told him do more ops. So he drives on to Beachy Head, wondering if he's better dead. But he stops and thinks it over, joins management, and now's in clover.
And what do the entrails show you, sister?
Numbers.
How many?
A 10-digit span, I see.
What kind?
Of the red kind. These figures mean the trusts in debt. But never mind, all's not lost yet. I see some income generation with compulsory donation. Employees shall their organs give. They shall die, but the trust will live. And before their bloods turn cold, their organs are for profit sold. And with the monies that accrue, the trust shall have its new phase. A
might, her answer is, try dynamite. A letter on the desk to Jane. Please help this child, he's in such pain. He last performed 4 weeks ago. Sorry. It's constipation with overflow. He last performed 4 weeks ago. So Jane goes forth with gloves and mask and confidently performs her task. All goes well, then catastrophe. The force blows up the lavatory. The message here must surely be, open your bowels more regularly.
when you want her, is she? And I've got such a good story to tell her about a mutual friend of ours. Still, I suppose I could tell you. We got this mutual friend, Bernadette, and she took a driving test today. You'd never believe it. I reckon that examiner just passed her just to get rid of her. She was driving down the road, and she went straight through a set of red lights. And he said, "What the hell do you think you're playing at?" She said, "I always drive through red lights." He said, "You're not allowed to." He said, "You should stop." No, she said, "My brother, he always drives through a red light. He's never been hurt or killed or anything. He gets on fine." So they carried on down the road, straight through another red light. He said, "Are you trying to kill me or what?" She said, "Don't panic about it." Comes to the next set of traffic lights, green light, screech of the brakes, comes to a full stop. He said, "What are you playing at?" She said, "I'm not driving through a green light." He said, "Why not?" She said, "My brother might be coming the other way." So anyway, they went back to the test centre, and he said, "Right, I'm going to test you now on your highway code." He said, here we go, I've lost it. "What's one yellow continuous line mean?" And she said, "No parking at all." He says, "What do two continuous yellow lines mean?" She said, "No parking at all, at all." So I don't know about you, but I'm not going on the roads tonight, not if she's about, and I'm going to have to find Ruth and warn her too.
I went to my psychiatrist to be psychoanalyzed, to find out why I killed the cat and blacked my husband's eyes. He laid me on a downy couch to see what he could find, and this is what he dredged up from my subconscious mind. Hey, libido, bats in the belfry. Hey, libido, bats in the belfry. Hey, libido, bats in the belfry. Joy of Sigmund Freud. When I was one, my mommy hid my dolly in a trunk, and so it follows naturally that now I'm always drunk. When I was 2, I saw my father kiss the maid one day, and that is why I suffer now from kleptomania. Hey, libido, bats in the belfry. Hey, libido, bats in the belfry. Hey, libido, bats in the belfry. Jolly old Sigmund Freud. When I was 3, I envied certain features of my brothers. That's why I have this tendency to poison all my lovers. When I was 4, I hit the bed and Mommy smacked my bum. That's why last week I overdosed on Valium. Hey, libido, bats in the belfry. Hey, libido, bats in the belfry. Hey, libido, bats in the belfry. Jolly old Sigmund Freud. When I was 5, the dinner ladies made me eat my lunch. And now in times of stress I munch and munch and munch and munch. But I am happy now I've learned the lesson this has taught, that everything I do that's wrong is someone else's fault. Hey, libido, bats in the belfry. Hey, libido, bats in the belfry. Hey, libido, bats in the belfry. Jolly old Sigmund Freud.
This evening for just a little touch of culture by way of some classical dance. And I'd like to do
first of all, the introductions to my prima ballerinas. They're the creme de la creme, which is clotted creme, unfortunately. Firstly, I'd like to introduce you to Penelope Ann. For all those who know anything about Penelope Ann, they know that she just loves an audience. And next we have Deborah. Deborah's one of our newest recruits. She is trying, very trying. And next we have Geraldine. Geraldine's got a few special needs. Most of them physical, as you can see, but we won't go into that right now. And next we have Patricia. Patricia's the joker of the pack, a little highly strung, or ought to be. And last, but by no stretch of the imagination least, we've got Jane. Jane is affectionately known to all of her friends as Hoppy, and if you watch her dancing, you'll see why. What we're going to do first of all is we're going to go through a few of our exercises just to warm up before we go through to show you tonight our pièce de résistance. So if the girls are ready, if you'd like to line up, girls, and get yourselves ready for your exercise. And we're going to do our arm exercises first. What are our arm exercises called?
Up and down.
Bras, miss. Bras. Port de bras, Geraldine. And what does port de bras mean? Carriage of the arms. Right. First positions, bottoms in, chins up, nice long necks. really show you our expertise this evening. Trained girls. And we're going to dance through this evening a little section from the beautiful ballet Swan Lake. It's the dance of the swans. Remember, you're not on the village duck pond, girls. Ready? Prepare and listen to the music. Listen to the music. Nice and tall with beautiful swans. And 1, 3, 4.
But not out of pension's budget, we proudly present the one, the only, Mr. Cliff Richards with the young ones.
known as Maud Road. A building of bungalows 3, but here lies the problem, you see. Maud Road it cannot remain, for it's on Edward Road, that is plain. So come along, Nick, you'll have to be quick, or it'll be known as the house with no name. A young fellow called Nick, whose thought processes weren't very quick. He said cut 2%, and he didn't mean rent, but then as we've said, he is thick. Margaret Stewart holds the cash and prevents us from doing things rash. If we have the urge to go on a splurge, she knocks us all down with a flash.
There be 9 green managers sitting on the wall. 9 green managers sitting on the wall. 9 green managers sitting on the wall. And if one green manager should accidentally fall
and be replaced by a ward sister,
there be 8 green managers sitting on the wall. 8 green managers sitting on the wall. 8 green managers sitting on the wall. And if one green manager should accidentally fall
and be replaced by a speech therapist,
there be 7 green managers sitting on the wall. 7 green managers sitting on the wall. 7 green managers sitting on the wall. And if one green manager should accidentally fall
and be replaced by a physiotherapist,
there be 6 green managers sitting on the wall. 6 green managers sitting on the wall. 6 green managers sitting on the wall. And if one green manager should accidentally fall
and be replaced by a occupational therapist,
there be 5 green managers sitting on the wall. 5 green managers sitting on the wall. 5 green managers sitting on the wall. And if one green manager should accidentally fall
and be replaced by a health visitor,
there be 4 green managers sitting on the wall. 4 green managers sitting on the wall. 4 green managers sitting on the wall. And if one green manager should accidentally fall
and be replaced by a secretary,
there be 3 green managers sitting on the wall. 3 green managers sitting on the wall. 3 green managers sitting on the wall. And if one green manager should accidentally fall
and be replaced by a psychologist,
there be 2 green managers sitting on the wall. 2 green managers sitting on the wall. 2 green managers sitting on the wall. And if one green manager should accidentally fall
and be replaced by a receptionist,
there be 1 green manager sitting on the wall. 1 green manager sitting on the wall. 1 green manager sitting on the wall. And if 1 green manager should accidentally fall
and be replaced by a cleaner,
then he had a way. No manager at all. it's just an ordinary song. Can't help loving that man from Sheffield. Hey, listen, sister, I love my Mr. Man, but I can't tell you why. There ain't no reason why I should love that man. It must be something that the angels don't plan. The chimney's smoking, the roof is leaking, but he don't seem to care. He can be happy with just a sip of gin. I even loves him when his kisses got gin. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. Tell me he's lazy, tell me he's slow, tell me I'm crazy, maybe I know. Can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day. And when he comes back, that day is fine. The sun will shine. He can come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't no home to me. Can't help loving that man of mine. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. Tell me he's lazy, tell me he's slow, tell me I'm crazy, maybe I know. Can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day. And when he comes back, that day is fine. The star will shine. He can come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't no home to me. Can't help loving that man of mine.
Who didn't want to be the good fairy. She was reluctant to join in the dancing, to be part of those silly nurses prancing. She really had no yearning to go on action set learning. But on Allington, when mayhem is starting, then they all call for you, Mary Martin. I'll tell you a tale of ladies three, our respective heads of therapy. There's Rosemary and Jenny and Margaret Holmes, the expert voice on hips and bones. They'll assess hand function and stretch your spine and teach you how to speak and sign. They manage their budget, never overspend. In fact, I've heard they've got money to lend. So give a cheer for these ladies three our respected heads of therapy. If you come to visit Dr. Purvis, there's really no need to be nervous. He'll get down on his knees just to put you at ease and say that's all part of the service. Did I say service? Perhaps I should say, like Ariston, he goes on and on and on.
quiet doctor sometimes.
At last. Oh, sorry, I've been teaching that ballet class. You know they like spoiled brats.
I've got news. You know our school friend, from the old school days, Bernadette?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I saw her the other day and I even spoke to her today. You'll never believe it. She thinks manual labour is a trade union official.
God. Well, she's so thick. I can remember when we were at school, she even thought that Slim Panatella was a country and western singer.
Yeah, that's right. And that Chew and Lay is Chinese for bed and breakfast.
Yeah, and she thought that Yoko Ono meant 1 egg, please.
The funniest thing was in the middle of the English lesson when the teacher asked, "What is an innuendo?" Do you remember what she said? An Italian suppository.
Yeah, well, did she tell you about her cousin Daniel?
No.
Well, it's bad news, very bad news. It started a while ago. He went to the doctors with a very, very bad case of constipation. And the doctor examined him and, well, he said, "There's really nothing I can do," he said, "but I'd like you to have these suppositories and take them home," he said, "and put them up your back passage and come back and see me in a week." So Daniel went off, and being Daniel, went up to the little alley that's at the back of his house and threw these things up the alley. So a week later he went to the doctors, and the doctor said to him, "Oh, you know, is it any better?" He said, "No." He said, "Well, did you do what I asked you to do with those suppositories? Did you put them up your back passage?" He said, "Yeah, I did." He said, "But for what good they did me, I just as well stuck them up my backside." Anyway, it's gone one step further than that now. It's really bad news. He went back to the doctor this week, and the doctor's given him 2 weeks to live. No. So he said, yeah. So he said he's going to take a week now and a week in July.
Anyway, you walking my way?
Yeah, come on, we'll
Come
go.
on, let's go.
3 flutes.
This is where you have your chance to join in with us. In your programme, you will see the words of the round. Now, it's all ever so easy. I'm going to split you into 3 parts. So, could you be the first part? And could you be the second part? And you be the third part. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to sing it for you twice through, so you'll learn the song. and then we'll have one time when we all do it together. And after that, we'll do it in a round, twice. Okay.
On his push bike. One of the guards up and shot him, just like that, stone dead. So the other guard said to me, he said, what did you do that for? It's only 4:30, poor bloke ain't going to be home till 6. Right. Well, he said, it's all right, I know where he lives, he's never made it.
God, I tell you what, there's an article in here. Do you know, this chap went to the chemist and he asked for something for that toothache. The chemist came round the front of the counter and punched him in the mouth. What did they say to him?
It's about a quiz night that was held recently. Listen to this then. Between members of the West Dorset District General Hospital's NHS Trust Board and members of the Dorset Health Commission team. Quiz night. And first question. Well, it was asked to the Health Commission chairman, who was a Mr. Carruthers, it looks like. Yeah, well, the question was, put to him, finish off the line of this song and spell your answer. So it was old MacDonald had a, and he said station, S-T-A-S-H-U-N. So the quiz master said, no, that's not right. So he said, I'm going to throw it over to the other captain of the other team for the West Dorset General Hospital's NHS Trust. which was a Mr. Chapman, that's it. So he said to Mr. Chapman, he said, what's your answer? He said, old MacDonald had a what? He said, I know that. He said, farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Well, oh yeah, there's an article on the NHS. Somebody's opened up a new department for saving money. They've been inventing new equipment for the hospital. There. They've crossed a table tennis ball, right? With a tall chamber pot. And what do they get? A ping-pong piddle-high-po.
You finished anyway? Do you think we've finished now?
Oh, I reckon we're finished,
Finished?
definitely.
Say
Yeah.
good night, good night, good night.
Good night.
that what tonight you've heard in this show was written by others, not by me, but by people who work in therapy and personnel. So please believe me, yes you must, if I'm to continue to work for this trust. For I'm the good fairy, and I wouldn't dream of upsetting others in this team. From me you have nothing at all to fear. I wish you all a happy